All right, it's now time to head to the Quaker State Garage and join Bill Gardner. You know, one of the things people love about Bill is he's a mechanic. He's not a TV guy. He's got dirty hands. He never wears gloves, although I've heard a rumor that may have changed. Bill, say it ain't so.
Brad, the next thing you know, I'll be eating sushi and drinking Perrier water too, but what's the matter with wearing gloves, buddy? And when you see what we're dealing with this week, you're going to understand why we're wearing the gloves. If you look right up here under the hood of this Camry at the sound deadener underneath the hood, you'll notice that this corner of it is chewed away, and that's a clue to what we're going to be talking about today. Now, my customer, when he was down in Florida this winter at his condo, noticed that a number of cars around him were getting damaged, and when we inspected his car when he got back home from Florida, just doing a routine service on the car, one of the things we always do is pull out the air filter and look at the air cleaner element. Now, this air filter is not by any means in need of replacement because of being clogged with dirt. It's rather clean, in fact. But if you look over here, there's a hole eaten completely through the air filter, and that's been eaten through by a rat. Now, mice and rats love to get in under the hood of your car. Normally, they do it up here for the warmth. You know, they'll crawl up the tires, and then they can get under the hood of the car. They'll enter through the air intake, which on this Camry is just ahead of the battery, and they can literally walk through into the air cleaner box. Now, if we look down in the air box, we can see there's part of the sound deadener from the hood and a nest that they've made in underneath this this air cleaner box. And if you look in the air cleaner box, you can see these little blue pellets here that, well, let's just say they came out of the exhaust system of the rat. And it kind of smells pretty bad in here, and we need to wash this out, vacuum it out, and then wash this area out and put in a brand new air filter element. Now, normally you're replacing an air filter element because it's clogged up and it's probably costing you fuel economy and increased emissions from your engine and a loss of pep or power. But in this case, we're changing the air filter because it was physically damaged by the rats. So in this case, what we're going to do is drop in 4 or 5 mothballs in the bottom of the air box, and the smell of the mothballs tends to repel mice and rats from wanting to go in there. They'll go elsewhere and work on somebody else's car. And you know what? This is the first time we've done a segment like this in the 20 years of motoring, but it's not the first time I've seen it. I've had customers' cars where they've gone to Florida for the winter, come back, started the car up, and there's been wires that have been completely chewed in half. Spark plug wires. I remember this one Chevy V8 started up and ran on 5 cylinders because 3 out of the 8 spark plug wires were severed, completely chewed in half. Some other 12-volt wiring under the hood of the car was chewed through as well. They actually chewed right through the copper conductors of light-duty wires going to the water temperature sensor on this car. And so we had to repair all that as well. And it just goes to show you that rodents can do an awful lot of damage. So get those mothballs out, tuck them in there, and look for this kind of thing. If you notice insulation under the hood of your car chewed out, or if you've got a pet dog or cat and you notice the food's being carried away by rodents, they're going under the hood of your car 9 times out of 10 and building a nest. So look for it and get it fixed up before they cause any more damage and chase them away. Till next week, I'm Bill Gardner for Motoring 2007.